Hello everyone, Willie Soto here. Wanted to make a quick video, talk to you folks about one of the first emails I sent out when this whole COVID-19 broke out. And wanted to just clarify a few things on that email. And because I know some of you had some questions, but at the same time, I wanted to highlight what was important to us. So with that being said, the body of the email basically starts out with being sensitive to all our property and tenant needs without losing sight of the proper action steps and systems that need to be implemented. So that's very important for us because knowing the situation, what's happening, being prepared, having the proper action steps is crucial and very important for us. And that's exactly what we did. We took action right away. We implemented systems to make sure that we brought the month in and kept all our owners up to date as far as what was going on with their tenants and their properties. We also put on there, we posed some questions. We posed those questions to see how we can help our owners and landlords in their situation as far as maybe in your personal business or with your properties. So one of the questions that we put on there was what systems and processes will be affected. I wanted to share with you folks what systems and processes were effective for us, and the number one process that was effective for us was rent collection. We knew that was going to be an issue. Rent collection, such as people not being able to pay or paying late. So immediately and effectively, we put a system and options for tenants. That way they knew we were working with them immediately right off the bat. Okay. Another question we posed is who must be notified. Okay. In my case was I got to notify owners of any issues, tenants, and obviously vendors. Vendors play a huge role when taking care of your properties, making sure that they're well maintained, especially during the times that we're in right now. Everybody's home. So there's going to be a ton of repair requests, and we'll get right into that as well shortly. Third question that we posed here: when do specific actions need to be taken? Okay, for us was as they come. Things are changing rapidly, so it was very important not to get ahead of myself, but be prepared as they came. So we created action steps for any situation that can possibly come up, and I think we're pretty well prepared. But if you folks have any suggestions, I'm just a phone call away. We're a team and we're here to help each other out. How will your business operate? That was another question that I posed. For us, we're an essential business, thank God, because we still need to operate. We got to maintain properties, so that is not a problem for us. Obviously, I'm mobile, so I can move around, but at the same time, staying safe, following the rules, the guidelines. I have my gloves and I have my mask when I go out to a property if I need to, but if not, I'm trying to do everything mobile and virtual remotely. So another question that we posed on here is how will circumstances change the way our vendors operate, and that leads me to more people being home. So safety first, safety for the people that we work with and for the tenants, making sure that any repairs need to be either emergency. So we're looking at priority requests first. Anything that's non-emergency is going to take some time. A lot of our vendors are busy because once again they're doing repairs, and things are not going to get attended to as quickly as they normally do. So, and I think most of our tenants are understanding that. Another highlight from the email that I sent is communication, relationships is going to help with the successful post recovery. And as many of you know me, known me for many years, that's my number one thing is communication, and relationships are key. And that is exactly what I have with each and every one of our tenants, which, by the way, I know them all. Whether it's 10 or a couple hundred tenants, I know each and every one of our tenants. And that's one of the things that I think that binds us, and we have a great relationship with all our tenants and great communication. And that will help us for a successful post-recovery. whether it's for them and for the owners in recovering any losses due to this COVID-19. So that leads me into what type of actions are we taking for payments that are delayed or no payments of rents. Again, I put it in the body of the email is, quick, simple, and easy steps that were recommended by our local boards and associations that any tenant needs to notify us in writing, okay, or by regular mail. And that is very important because my job is not only to protect my owner but also protect our tenant. But most importantly, if you as an owner has to contact their mortgage, if you, in fact you have a mortgage or maybe an insurance, or if this thing is affecting you, the delay of rent, I want to make sure that we're gathering enough proof for you guys to be able to make sure that you have some paper trail to back up what's happening for your property. A second thing that we're asking is, some type of proof of that hardship, whether it be a letter from an employer, whether they applied for unemployment, some sort of proof, without being too pushy as well. We want to make sure that, again, we're being sensitive to the tenants. So a lot of these people got laid off, furloughed, temporarily laid off, and some even permanently. I mean, there's going to be a lot of companies that are not going to survive this. So that is going to be a huge issue that we will be dealing with in the weeks and possibly months to come. Management, W management, which is my team, we will also try to collect any form of payment towards your extension. So in the body of all emails and communication that we have with our tenants, we are encouraging them to make payments if they're either going to need an extension or make a reduced payment, or if they are going to need the rent deferred. Obviously, we will communicate with the owners, but I'll get into how we're responding in another video because that's a whole different discussion. And lastly, number 5, it is statewide mandated right now that we can't give any notices during this COVID-19. Unfortunately, there was passed into law this just Monday, which I think was the 6th, that right now all notices will be basically worth nothing. So until the government pretty much declare that we're done with this pandemic. So for those owners that are dealing with non-payment of rent, no communication, thankfully a lot of our tenants, they are in communication with us. I want to say 100% of them, so thank God for that. But maybe you have a friend or a family member that's dealing with no communication. Unfortunately, they have to try, or at least they're just gonna have to sit tight until this thing passes over. And again, it may take months. Maintenance repairs, again, just to recap on that, we're not dealing with just any repairs. They got to be emergency, essential repairs. Other than that, any other requests have to wait. I am being conscious of, some of the rents are delayed, and I know it's also a burden to an owner. So we want to make sure that that these tenants also understand. Again, if it's important, we will get it done. If it's small requests that can wait, they will wait. And once again, we are asking all our vendors to follow any safety guidelines, as well as our tenants. I hope I cleared this message, this email that I had sent out, or answered maybe any questions that you may have had. But also, you guys know how to reach me. I could be reached direct on my cell phone at 626-246-4686. And again, I will constantly be dropping videos, and just updating you guys. I know we're already on the 8th of the month, and things are moving rapidly. and I just want to make sure that we keep you up to date as how things are happening. So thank you, and I will see you on the next video.